There we go. I caught it. Almost got the Meet the Polymaker graphic on there. Welcome in, everybody. It is a Tuesday, and definitely didn't lose track of time and forget that it's Tuesday, and didn't hop on here right at 7 o'clock. So welcome in. Always transparent with you guys. You're transparent with me, so it's only fair. It's good. We give that back and forth with each other. Looky there. Still, there is to a door. It says it right there. TPU Tuesday. I don't have any TPU prints. I got, we'll talk about some I have to an extent. I always say it with, hello, Jean. Gianni. I think I've done that before and it just sounds fancy. Polymorph, Dr. Boomstick, Pezlor. I was reading your name and your message. Welcome in, Pezlor. There is a door, and I'm Jowl. The door is back. Yes, it is back. I can't get it open. It's stuck right now. So I think maybe I need to install some hinges, maybe a doorknob. I don't know. Pezlor. It's the life story of Pezliz. It's the myth behind Pezliz is Pezlor. Duh. Who else is here? We got the Camo Kid. Welcome in. Dr. Boomstick, I think I said your name already. Tential, welcome in. Kenna Jail 5. We also have Spoken True and Korea Ricebox and Kinsley K1 and Know Nothing Man and Sean Doan and Stream Elements. That's who I see in the chat. Welcome, Stream Elements. First time chatter. Deck Husky, how's it going? How's everybody's Tuesday going? Mine's going. Trying to be productive. Sometimes doesn't feel that productive. Does anybody ever have a day, whether it be a Tuesday or probably more so a Monday, where they work all day, but then at the end of the day, you just don't feel like you got anything at all done. Like nothing was constructive. Like it just seemed like a lot of nonsense, even though you really were doing something. Hey, Rada, what's up? Welcome in. I know that guy. So he's a pretty good guy. Almighty Malachi, Tulsa Skin. Wonder, like, Tulsa Skin. So Tulsa, sunny, so you're tan. I bet you there's a pretty interesting story behind Tulsa Skin's name. Well, let's see here. What we got? 491 Phantom. If you're a 419, you'd be in my area code. Just doxed myself. You're gonna know where I live now. Takasuki, that unfortunately seems to, okay, yeah. On the question, I don't have them all the time, but like today it was just, and maybe I didn't get that much done. A lot of just back and forth and that whole ADHD of focus on this. Oh wait, this, and then that way you only get like a % done of every task, and it just feels like it was a waste. I should have just slept in. Just slept in till 5 p.m. Woke up, got something to eat, and then just went back to bed for the rest of the day. Builder's Mark, are you rubbing it in? Congrats to you for getting a lot done today. I mean, I got a chunk of things done. GTR Dad, hey, how's it going? I did get plates on our vehicle. It was dropped off by the dealership today. It was in for service and some stuff. And they dropped it off and then realized, oh, the 45 day tag, whatever it is, expired yesterday. Which it was, I mean, they had it, so I couldn't, I guess I could have went and got the plate. Oh well. I made it there driving it illegally and I didn't get pulled over. And now I'm legal again. Rainy and cool today, much better than, yeah, that's, even though, so I was in Texas, of course, the last half of last week. Of course, hot, humid in Texas. And coming home to Ohio, it really wasn't any better. It was, I'm sure by degrees it was not quite as hot, but it was still hot, humid. The plus side is the AC works now. I had to go through that and fix some stuff, but yeah, it's been a warm one, that's for sure. Sean Doan, you'll be out in my neck of the woods in 14 days. Is that Midwest Ohio? Anywhere fun and exciting, or work, or just because? Finished a custom fire pit, got painting finished on the thing, cleaned up, shop, mowed 10 acres. There you go. I'm almost due. Luckily, with it being so hot, I don't have to mow yet. Which Tilly, my wife, wants to mow so she can tan, which is fine by me. I do enjoy actually mowing though. That whole before and after. So you have tall grass, you mow it and get the lines just right, and you look at it when you're done, like it looks really good right now. Right now I mow it and it's just gonna look dead. But I did get my workshop cleaned up and organized for the most part, which has been a disaster since HTPLA launch. Between the stream, printing stuff, and then of course had the different events and then Murph, all the prep for that. I finally cleaned it up in there. I do have to take the HTPLA out of all the printers and put it back in their boxes and then find out where I'm going to store it. I think my filament room is going to end up being just fully Polymaker, and I'll just have to put the other brands elsewhere, but we'll see. Jose Ferreira, welcome in. Kenny Sims 86, you're right, you are awesome. And possibly with that being awesome, you might win some filament at the end of the, can't say show, stream, not a show, not this one. Caretaker 007, welcome in. But yeah, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about Chit. Chit, he's just fantastic. I failed. So let's talk about last week. So last week, we had our team, just kind of mid-year team get together. I mean, you could say bonding, but it was just kind of a hangout, which was awesome. Absolutely. That the one thing that does kind of stink of being remote in Ohio, where most of the team is in the Austin area, or sorry, Houston area. I also have Austin and San Antonio area, but they're all down there, and it is really fun times to actually hang out with them. I see their faces all the time because we do calls and meetings all the time. But it's nice to just be able to, I say relax. Of course we talked work. That's that's what we do. But we also had fun. It was a great time. Went to Dave & Buster's. Won a ton of plushies through the crane machine. So all the kids were happy. There was their souvenirs from the trip to Houston. But yeah, we played some games, played some pool. I got beat. Where did I beat? I don't know if I beat Nico or not. I can't remember. It was very close. I think he beat me. We were down to the last ball, but now I can't honestly remember. I think he played Austin, and then he won against Austin. I think he beat me. And then, did anybody tune into the Saturday randomized stream? We're just hanging out at Nico's place, playing some games, and all of us getting just decimated by Nico's speed reflex skills. I mean, he had advantage. The games that we played, he's played before. But off stream, you guys didn't see, we were there till I think 1 or 2 in the morning. And actually, it just ended up being me, Pete, one product manager, and then our new product manager, Matt, and then Nico. And we played, it's called Password, and pretty much randomize, random word generator, and you have 3 clues to get your teammate to guess it. And we played that a lot, but it was fun. Hey Dan, aka Iggy, Dad's RC Workbench, Virgo Dragon, a lot of people on here. 3D Medic Vents, make sure I didn't miss anybody. The Real Mark U of You, Epaku, Tony Wright 6732. Epaku, I right prior to the stream, as I hit my mic, I was playing some PUBG. Actually joined in to play around with my buddy, and then as we joined the lobby or joined the game, like, hey, this is gonna be the only game I got because I realized that it's almost 7 and I got a stream. Epaku understands. Those that have ever played PUBG may understand, or they're just gonna be like, really, that's what you play? It's a social thing. It's not because it's the great game, the greatest game in the world. Next game might have everyone practice a game. Agree, Ricebox, exactly. Because I'm going to buy the Jungle Speed game because that was a really fun one, and I think not just at home. I don't know. I think half my kids would like it, the other half be like, nah, it's too much thinking. But I think it'd be a fun thing. Like when we go to rep rap events, a lot of times, after hours, I'm not a party guy. I don't go out doing the party stuff. I have just as much fun going to socialize. which is typically in the lobby of a hotel, I think that would be a fun game to take and play with other people. Especially since I'm not like skilled, I don't know all the shapes. I know enough to be able to explain it to somebody and play, and then not, you know, absolutely stomp them like Nico kept doing. Jupiter Robotics, your name sounds familiar. I feel like we've talked before, maybe on a stream, but it wasn't on this channel. I think it was on I think the channel was Jupiter_Robotics. Welcome in. I think Kenny Sims, I get what you're saying, but I think you spelled it wrong. Time's flying, but almost a month since Moist Fest 2025. I like the name. Which, speaking of festivals, so we'll talk about, you know, what's coming up this week. It's coming very quick. Open Sauce, but I'm sure most people have heard the news for 3D Printopia, formerly known as Earth. That's in Bel Air, Maryland, that this year will be the last year that it's at the community college, and it's moving to Philadelphia. Convention center, larger, probably a little bit less strict rules. Because one thing would be in a school, there's no guns with projectiles, or blasters, I should say, specifically the Nerf blasters, where we should be able to do stuff like that there. But we'll see. Next year, it'll be in Philadelphia. And maybe it'll be able to get a few people that haven't ever been able to make it to a rep rap. Maybe that'll be a little bit closer for you. I know it's not super far from Bel Air, but might be more manageable for some people. There's a bunch of stuff going on with Warhammer and then coming down on people and going, Paku, yeah, no, I've seen that with Galactic Armory. I mean, it's to be expected. It's a big company. It's a well-known company, so a lot of people are making money off of their IP, so it's kind of is what it is. And I think even Galactic Armory said, you know, they knew it was coming. It's unfortunate, but they were, you know, they knew it, one day it would happen. One Raz 3, welcome in, and hello. Let's see here. Open Sauce is too pricey. Open Sauce is expensive. I will give you that. But hopefully it's going to be exciting. I've never been. So Nico and Sean made it last year. So this will be my year to go and just, it'll only be me as the Polymaker team representing Polymaker. Sam Prentice will be there, kind of doing some stuff for us, but also doing some other stuff. Additive Adam, one of our community members, great guy. He's going to have a table set up there along with Daddy Wazzy, I think, is assisting him. So I'll be hanging out with them too, but there will be a lot of, if I see you there, if you happen to be there, you're welcome, always welcome. If you see me, come up, say hi. Don't be surprised. I'm going to be limited on time because my goal is to talk to a lot of the people there, see who we can partner with, what kind of cool projects we can get behind and help out. So I got to try to keep my socialism is that not a proper way of saying that? The social butterfly in me limited to a time talking to people, because you guys know I can talk for hours. The hat you cannot buy. So this is not anything with merchandise yet. This is something that gentleman had created for us, kind of a samples. This is actually one of, I think, 5 hats he sent. All of them were awesome. But this is I'm not a hat guy. I've said this before on stream. I do it when I'm too lazy to do my hair for the day. My hair's getting long, so it's due for a cut. Polymaker only filament realizes _1. Hello. There's other filament out there. You know, we just tend to lean more towards Polymaker. I don't know why I do. No idea. There's always so pretty. Yes, no, this is, like I said, the designs on these, like I said, I don't have them all here anymore. I gave them all to the team members. I didn't give him any design ideas to tell him what I wanted. He just said, can you send me the logos and let me just do a few things for you, just so you have an idea of what he can do. I know we've talked about it a lot. Merchandise, blah, blah, blah. There's that. If it's possible, I would, I'd love to work with this gentleman and get hats made. Because, I mean, this cool, like I said, you go in with a rainbow carbon fiber, Panchroma. So it's a leather patch with UV printing. And then this isn't quite the teal, but I mean, that gets pricey. Do you want to pay $100 for a custom hat that's Polymaker teal? No, but it goes well. Everything just blends well together. Fiberon ones were awesome. Polymaker one was awesome too. I would have liked to keep the Polymaker one and one of the Fiberons, but I was nice, which is surprising because usually I hoard things. Builder's Mark, no. Did I don't think I wore I think I took it to Houston. I don't think I wore it. Actually, it sat on top of my suitcase in front of a fan at Pete's house to dry off because my entire suitcase was drenched. Like it just sat out in the rain, which luckily enough, I had my other suitcase inside of it. So all my stuff was okay. I'm sorry, I'm Builder's Mark. I meant this last weekend when I was in Houston. Went to the factory. I've got actually, I still have a suitcase upstairs. I got to bring filament down. I got some other stuff and things. Hey, Jupiter Robotics. I know. Do it, lady. Do it, lady. Seen Pete in a while. Yeah, we've it's been so busy. He's been busy, caught up in just a ton of projects. I've been playing catch up and then traveling and everything else. So we haven't been as active in the Discord hangout, but things will kind of, they're getting back into a swing of things, I should say. I don't want to say slowing down because with Polymaker there is no slowing down. Bigger, better, more colors, more stuff to produce, lots of cool things coming. Actually, let me see here. Let me see. There was a due date on a task today, but I don't think it actually, I think it's probably a few days behind, which makes no sense to you guys because I didn't specify what, but oh, okay. Looks like anybody that's been waiting on some silks, not everything yet. There's still a lot of sold out, but silk gold's in stock right now. I've been waiting for the silk gold to show up too. You should have everybody comment, do it, lady. That would be hilarious. There's probably some apple cider vinegar in your suitcase. There is not. There's only apple cider vinegar in my suitcase when Builder's Mark is around. Just it's weird. It's like he's around and then just suddenly apple cider vinegar shows up multiple times in a box that you're taking back to the hotel. I haven't put two and two together to figure out what the connection is there, but I don't know. You go get Adam Adams' credit card. Have at it. Hurry up. It's in stock. Like I said, there's still some sold, but there's it's coming. Silk is coming. And there might be some information I can talk about soon. PM about the silks. I'll just hint at that, but wasn't a whole lot of extra information in the task. Oh, hold on, this one got assigned to me yesterday. Silk. Change. Not to see. There's today, but then there was adjustment for not today. Confusing. Okay, anyway, rather than me being confused. Alexandra Happy Creations. Hello. Who else we got in here? QWERTY Carbon 2. Vic 7188 underscore. Did I miss anybody? Cackle 3D. I don't think Timor 714. I think I missed also. RC Spaceport. Welcome in. Got a poly dryer. Nice, Alexandra. Yeah, we maxed it out last while. Oh, you're talking about Adam Adams' credit card, Curio Junkie. Welcome in, by the way, Curio Junkie. Painted your lore. Yeah, see, you noticed. I think I went a little bit too white with the white paint. I probably should have went a little bit lower contrast. Kind of clashes with everything. Makes it pop out. Makes it almost look photoshopped. Tracksman 25. Welcome in. And also welcome in K2 Kevin and Barking Cauldron. Yeah, I probably should have went with like a cotton white or just black. I never thought about that. What if I do a black door with the gray walls? Maybe I'll take a vote and, and actually no, I won't, because you guys will make it pink or something stupid. It is my fancy door. No, I think what we talked about before is something printed, whether it be a Hue Forge or something fun with it. I mean, I've got to, right? And I actually need to I need to organize and clean this whole entire area. When do you 3D print a new door? I mean, that is a new door. I don't want to 3D print a whole new door. Nothing is wrong with pink Tracksman 25. Just it would not go well as a door color for my room. Freaky Newfie, welcome in. Says the guy who owns 0 pink shirts. That's incorrect. I do own a pink shirt. Maybe it's more salmon. I don't know, but it's definitely a pink shirt. Actually, I think I own 2 pink shirts, and I do wear them. You want to think, because all I wear now is Polymaker. Anybody notice that this is not the polo? Still Polymaker, but it's just not the polo this time. About buying a Creality printer instead of Bamboo 1A1 Mini or P1S. Creality printers can still be good. Just it depends. I mean, everything can have issues. Oh, you own no pink shirts. Okay. Well, I guess we need to change that. Next time that I'm going to see you, I'll have to make sure I find a nice pink shirt for you. Community printed jigsaw door that you assemble, glue, and hang up. Oh, okay. That might not be a bad idea. Do like a Hue Forge and then have one of the like Lubin or whatever do the puzzle cuts. But then you guys have to watch me put together, shuffle all the pieces together and put it together. Yeah, right. Somebody's gonna like purposely edit the file and make one piece not correct, where it just barely fits or the tolerances are purposely not right, and then I'm just fighting this one section. Boom. I only like one thing, that pink. Steak. Medium. Who did I have an argument about that? Oh, the burgers. The burgers at Nico's. I cut it open there, just asked, hey, is it pink? And I said, oh, it's a bit pink. And as long as it's temp, it's okay. And Matt, our new product manager, had given me heck. I'm not gonna eat that. So I already ate half the hamburger to tell you that it was pink. Hello, D3 Dorset. Almost Dorset, but you're missing the O. I'm sure there's a reason. We would never do something like that. Messed up puzzle. Yeah. I'm okay with it doing some like fun community source thing. I just had to figure out the logistics of it all. Pokemon Insnipe 49, I think is how I pronounce it, and Feral Xenial. Oh yeah, Chuck Hellebuck, Filament Fridays is awesome source of info. Jupiter Robotics, especially for, I guess depending on what Creality printer you have, but he's just a good guy and makes everything super understandable. My son loves him, and so do I. He's a great guy. CGS Creations, welcome in. One piece ends up missing and you can never finish the puzzle. Just delete the file after I send it to, send it to everybody their files, and then delete it and never have anything to back up, probably. Why is your door on your screen? It's not on the screen. That's how I painted the door. And it looks like the water bottle's going behind it, but it's not. There's definitely not an image on the screen. That's my door. And yes, it's just not a painted door. But we have open source coming up. Is anybody, and I know it's expensive, I know it's not for everybody, it's all the way in San Francisco. Is there anybody here that's going to be at open source? It's in 2 days, well, 3 days, no, 4 days. It's not until Saturday. It's like industry day on Friday, but Saturday, Sunday is the event itself. Is anybody planning on going? I don't know if Adam Adams in here. If he is, I know he's going. I don't know. I never thought about painting it black before. I think it might work. The last piece of the bottom layer of the big, wait, the last piece, oh, of the bottom layer. I'm like, wait, how? 49 hours. Okay, so that means you now have the base layout of how large it's going to be. It'll be interesting to see that. It's coming along. For those that don't know, I won't spoil anything, but Tracksman is working on a large print project. And I'll just say it'll go along with the theme of stuff that he likes to print big. But it is going to be quite awesome. I'm going to go to Printopia next year. It's NPA and only... Oh, see? Okay, so it works out that it's NPA for you. Like I said, I think that's going to be... It's unfortunate that it's not in the same place because, you know, people get used to everything. But it's nice for a new place. Number one, it's bigger. But then also, like I said, it kind of opens the door for maybe more people to come. Or other people to come that have never been able to experience a Rep Rap Fest. Even though 3D Printopia is not a Rep Rap, it's a Rep Rap. In the heart of it, it's a Rep Rap. We give Chad a preview. That is up to you. This is your project. I just threw the filament at you. Excited about this Texas event. Yes, Texas, the Lone Star 3D Expo. We will be there. I have confirmed all that. Everything is set in place. And we'll see what we can bring. By that time, we should have some new interactions, new fun stuff. And maybe we'll have our own little kind of corner to just do a lot of fun things at. Me too. It is a couple hours for me. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I know this isn't a large section of the community, but nice to see that there are at least a few people already that are gonna maybe be able to go next year for 3D Printopia, or yeah, 3D Printopia. Well, actually, Bark and Cauldron, you're probably talking about Lone Star, which also another thing cool is. That's one thing for those that are hearing me say Rep Rap Fest. That's kind of where everything kind of started with 3D printing events. I mean, there's Form Next and Rapid and things like that. If you hear Rep Rap, just think 3D printed centric, but really maker type stuff overall. Cool projects, different plays, you know, whether it be an individual or a company or whatever, just cool projects they're working on, showing off products from actual companies. You know. We usually try to show off some new filament if we have any, different accessories, different printers often make these. And while now there's only technically Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival and Midwest Rep Rap Festival, 3D Printopia, again, I know that with their reason for renaming, but it's still a Rep Rap Festival. It's the same feeling and everything that you get from the other two. Lone Star 3D Expo is going to be the same. It's going to be a very large event. I would say equivalent to Rocky Mountain, possibly, from what it looks like. But it's you can go there, you can get inspired by people's projects, talk to a ton of people that know what they're doing, whether you have issues or you're thinking of going towards some awesome new project and you want to find somebody that's skilled in it or maybe even a professional in it. All these events will get that done. Open Sauce is going to be the same. Open Sauce is a lot different from the Rep Raps because it is completely maker focused. There is no central focus on 3D printing. 3D printing might be a part of a lot of the stuff, but it's not the thing that's thrown in your face. The thing thrown in your face is the science, the function, just the DIY behind a very, very many, from what I hear, very many awesome projects. And if I can make it happen, since I don't have a booth that I'll be tied to, I will definitely try to live stream. I know a few people have went there and live streamed before, but maybe after I've talked to a handful of people and get some cool projects, I'll kind of go back and do kind of, I want to say an interview, because I don't want to be like overdone, cookie cutter everybody else. The idea is just to take you to the event, let you see the event. You can talk to people who know what they're doing, and you can even talk to people like Joel, who doesn't know what he's doing. I would argue with you, but you're correct. Does anybody know? Okay, what's speaking of not knowing what I'm doing, and here yet I am. Anybody know how long that I've been officially with Polymaker? And not like that. I volunteered and contracted and things like that, but like officially a Polymaker employee. How long has it been? Let's put your guesses in chat. Critter 42, 2 years. Nick 3DP, since we made you cry. Yeah, I think that was the official announcement. I mean, it's give or take a few days of the official day. 1 year, just over a year. When was the crying stream exactly? I'm glad that's still a thing. 6 months, a week, a week. Oh, One Arm Bandit 77. Sometimes it feels that way. 1 year, 10 years. August. 9 months. So real I really know who said it first. Tulsa Skin said 1 year. K2 Kevin said almost a year. I think K2 Kevin was the first correct. So almost a year. It's going to be 1 year as of August 7th. Insane. 1 whole year. And again, I've been doing things with them prior for, I think, on official like contracting as of last year, beginning of last year. So a year and 8 months almost of just being involved, but actually even more than that because I was involved Murph of 2023. And then Rumurf, the first year Rumurf 2023, I printed a couple things. I don't want to say I was involved by any means, but the introduction too. But yeah, but officially 12 months. It's already been a year, which does 100% as many events that I've went to, things that we've done and just grown. It does not feel like a year at all. It's insane that it's went that fast. But they say time flies when you're having fun, right? Forget that K2 Kevin. But August 7th. Polymaker has been awesome ever since the day they agreed to sponsor that Jupiter Robotics team. I would like to say that they were actually very awesome prior to that. That is just one of the many things that make them awesome. Came in late, so I win. Forget that Bezos person. No, I won anything. Bragging rights, I suppose. From uncrustable supplier to Polymaker #1 head honcho. I think the #1 head honcho is a little bit overplaying the position, but I'll take it. It's been awesome. No, it's been fun, and I look forward to many more years with all you crazy people and all the extra crazy people we add to it along the way. And I'm not gonna cry this time, so in your face. I'm not gonna do it. I'm later than you, so I win more. Little John. Welcome in Midnight Wolf and Little John. Yeah, you guys do. You guys each win 5 internet points. Redeemable at internet.com. You're welcome. From T-Boy to Community Face. T-Boy? I don't know. T. I don't know what that means. I mean, you spelled it T like the drink. I didn't deliver tea to anybody that I remember, at least. Community Face, yeah. And I still don't understand why. This out of all the options in the world that this company had, and they went with this. I'm not complaining, thank you, but more like Water Boy. Yeah, Coffee Maker Boy. No, see, I can't make coffee. I'm remote in Ohio, so I don't get to make anybody coffee, and I don't drink coffee anyway, so I wouldn't be the coffee boy either. Can I get them in Polycoins? If internet.com allows you to take your internet points and convert them to Polycoin, you can, but that's at the discretion of internet.com. After the show, I'm definitely gonna have to look up internet.com. You know, got British robot builder James Burton, yes. Well, taking him away from 3D Fuel. I don't know per se, but he was using our filament, yes. Very awesome guy, very awesome content and projects. I want the bike. I can't remember, like Omni Wheel bike. I mean, I'd take the AT also. The AT-AT. I mean, I want to be mad just to get any of his projects given to me, but isn't Ohio always remote from anywhere? I guess you're not wrong. Now someone needs to get him away from Lulzbot. Well, I guess, yeah. Which one? You're right. Any of them. Like I said, in the end, I'll take any of his projects. Working or not working. It'd be awesome to have. You start a heated coffee debate with us. Some Jupiter Robotics members can't stand coffee while others live off. Yeah. I don't really have a debate. I just don't like the taste of it, so I don't go for it. Many people do. Waleoze? Waleoze? Welcome in. You are awesome, even if I butchered your name. Okala 100. The same. Where's the icons? Oh, I don't have... Okay, I'm going to clear out the chat here because I didn't have multi-stream on. I always have to go back to Twitch when I do a raid. Neighbor. Indiana neighbor. How's it going? Internet.com lets you ask things. Oh, is it like an Ask Jeeves? Peekaboo, you are awesome. And for anybody that's been on YouTube talking, I apologize. I didn't have my multi-stream chat up. So I wasn't ignoring you. I'm just an idiot and didn't change my setting. I haven't even looked at the forecast because it's just been hot. So we're supposed to get even more heat. I mean, I guess I should look at the forecast. I'll be in San Francisco for the last half of the week. So I don't think it's going to be any better there. How about this? Okay, is anybody here like in the San Francisco area by chance? Or is from that area or knows the area well? I've been there once with my previous job. I was actually in Sacramento and I drove to San Francisco just to visit it. I drove across the Golden Gate Bridge. I went and got pictures of the Full House, even though it's not at all what you see on the show. What else did I do? I walked out on a really dark, I don't even say it was a pier. It was almost like a path that led, it was along the bay where you see Alcatraz off in the distance. And it was late at night and it was shady because it was very dimly lit. And I risked my life, I'm sure, just to go get a glimpse of what I could barely see in the distance. So I've been at the bay, the Ghirardelli Market, or what do they call it? That whole area. I was down around that area for a short time, but is there anything in San Francisco that anybody knows? Hey, if you're going to San Francisco, you have to do this. Food, 100% I'm good with. Yeah, my wife was upset that I seen the Full House without her. But like I said, it's a house among houses. It's not across from the park. You know, normally they have the big open park and then it's there. It's not. It's actually very disappointing. It's just a cookie cutter house with the rest of them. And it was being renovated. So there's fences around it, everything else. I went to Sacramento so we could drive to Reno. Oh. Yep, I've been to Sacramento actually. So we're stationed at Travis Air Force Base near San Francisco, but that was 20 plus years ago. A lot probably has changed in San Francisco in 20 years. Academy of Sciences, okay, in San Francisco. Be sure to wear some flowers in your hair if you're going to San Francisco. You're going to meet some gentle people there. I'll leave the flowers in the hair to other people. I need to make sure I get the hair cut before I leave. Hanging 10. We don't have the YouTube one open right now. I say open, it doesn't work with the setup. If you got a Twitch account, head over to Twitch real quick and pop it in there, and then you can go back to YouTube. And I am actually seeing your comments now. So, yeah. Where are we at? What are we talking about? What do we want to talk about? What do we need to go over? Some new stuff. I mean, I talk about news, of course, on Meet the Polymaker, but anybody excited about some tool changers in the market? Yes, Fezes, I will be there with Sam Prentice. What am I printing right now? Actually, what I'm printing right now, these things. You guys know these things, Maker chips. I changed it up a little bit from so K2 Kevin has been the one to supply our Maker chips. I obviously designed it, but also printed them for us for the last 2 rep events, which has taken a load off me. Thank you very much, K2 Kevin. And I've just been printing them because I've got stuff loaded for it, because I'll take them to OpenSauce and hand them out. I did change something a little bit different. So obviously I gotta get the camera right. So they're spools. Everything's all backwards. Yeah, anyway, you get the point. It's a Polymaker logo. QR code on the back. But one thing I did change, so I put teal as the filament in between the spool and black. What do you guys think looks better? Black or teal? And obviously teal because it's Polymaker, but not a huge change. I just changed it. Like, you know what? I'm going to throw teal in there and use that instead. And it works good. And either one works because nobody's really like, oh my God, look at the edge of that maker chip. It's the wrong color. Because there's no wrong color, because technically it can be any of our filaments. Which would be hilarious just to change it like every time. But I had 5 colors. Five colors, because then you'd have to still do teal for the logo. Yes, Polymaker is going to the Texas Lone Star Expo, or the Lone Star 3D Expo. We will be there next year. We already have all set up where we're going to be set up, and we'll start designing. That'll be very, very fun. Any suggestions on what to do with the Raspberry Pi 500? I have so many extra Pis. I used to buy them for Octoprint, for all the editors and all the older printers. And now I just have a lot of Raspberry Pis that I don't have any projects for yet. AFM 380, been fighting my stealth changer build, looking forward to Index. Index has me excited. It really does, on the aspect of, I've always been on the, not even on the fence, I've always been saying I want to build a Voron, I want to build a Voron. Someday I'll build a Voron, and haven't yet. Index would be the thing, because if that's a easy, I say easy to set up, but if it's a very good, solid platform, I mean, to be able to even do like a 350 2.4 Voron, I think it'll have 9. I think it'll fit 9 indexed heads, 9 index, multicolor, minimal waste, still high speed. Yeah, count me in. But then you also have the Snapmaker U1 coming out. That's going to be 4 heads. That looks promising. The Wonder Make, which is a Kickstarter, which the Snapmaker is going to release on Kickstarter initially anyway. The plus side is Snapmaker, it's going to, can't promise anything, but it has a high probability of releasing because they are still a large company. But Wonder Maker is a newer one, and they have theirs supposed, I think, shipping out in the next couple months. And that's a 4 tool changer also. Their Wonder Maker, I don't remember, ZR and ZR Ultra. So there will be different forms of that, but like I said, up to a 4 tool head. It'll be nice to see some commercial plug and play options for tool heads. I mean, obviously there's the XL. Still, there's a little bit of building to be done with it, but it also comes with a hefty price. So depending on the Snapmaker's price point, that might be the way to go. That shows the real panels off better. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed, the contrasting colors. Galaxy Red. I don't think I want to put a 5th, well, I don't want to daisy chain 2 AMS just to print the different color filament. But who knows, maybe I will. That contrast looks good. Polymaker has Little John. I believe they do have filaments. All of the filaments. Oh, and I'm actually way behind here. Internet.com. Polymaker said that internet points can be redeemed on Internet.com. What I can get for 5 internet points. I'm sorry, but we do not offer any specific rewards for redeeming internet points. However, you can use them to participate, special promotions, discounts. So what is internet.com? Is it like an AI response now? I say now. I don't know what it was before. Starlight Neptune would be nice. Starlight Neptune would be nice. Look like a mint Oreo when you had it like that. Now I want cookies. I always want cookies. You just got a message. No, oh, it's because I have my audio output off. All the notifications can't be heard. I will pull that up here. Let's see. I just got a message. I'm gonna catch up real quick. 62. Oh, definitely more way affordable. I regret not getting the Selena Gomez Oreos for hot sauce last night. Boring wafers. Yeah, Oreos are always better than wafers. Any expo coming to Florida? Ocala 100. Not an expo, but you do have Orlando Maker Fair in November, and that was a good time. We actually went to that for the first time last year. Not a whole lot of 3D printing representation, but really awesome robotics setup, like a whole entire building to robotics, but a lot of cool printed stuff. I think company wise, there's only a couple companies there. Ideally, we'll be out there this year, but I've got to see because we have Forum Next in November, and I think it might be around that. I think it was in November, December. Actually, you know what? I can tell you. Do anybody know why I can tell you? Let's see. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Go back to editor. There we go. Okay. Let me get my browser here. I'm kind of do an informal announcement for something that we have coming. Still a lot of work to be done, but I will show you. Boom. Gotta take the transitions off. Need to take the transitions off. So, a community page. Again, it's not anything glorious by any means. It looks good. It's just a nice, clean design. There will be more to it, but make sure to catch up on these chats and we'll talk about this. See it, Maker Fair, Lauren. Yeah, Jupiter Robotics, like I said, I think I'll come, I think, regardless. Just hopefully maybe we'll have a booth there. I don't know yet. Okay, so anyway, we have a community page. Nothing's been announced yet. This is kind of an informal announcement-ish. Right now, again, we have a lot of plans for this to involve you guys. Different ways to involve you guys. YouTube fellas, I see you here in time and I am awesome. If you have a Twitch account, head over to Twitch and hurry and just put the input in there. You can go back to YouTube, but it's not picking up YouTube right now. It's just picking up Twitch entries. But you'll have time. We'll do the drawing here in probably about 15-20 minutes. But community page. We have a community page. There's a lot of ideas that we have. Some that will be implemented, some maybe, depending on how we can do it. But always up for suggestions. Anybody that has an idea of what they would suggest for a community page, and not just a, hey, this would be cool, like a one-off thing. What would make you actually come to the page? You know, what are you going to come back to the page and look for? Posting wise, you know, I want to watch, not trying to do the same thing that we do in Discord or say Facebook group. Just posting, you know, makes and whatnot, because we do have our show off prints. We've talked about this in a couple shows ago or streams ago, maybe like top prints of the week or things like that. We'll probably host some games here, ideally. A lot of things that can be done with this, but right now, if you guys want to go, and again, it's not finalized, is our events calendar. So you see events, and you got all events in person, online, and eventually there'll be another tab here that'll say partners. What you'll be able to do is, obviously, you can get everything all on there at once, but you're going to see everything right now. So the online events are Polymaker specific online events. So that is our community stream on Tuesday. I haven't put in, I need to put in Greg's. But yeah, the Tuesday stream that you're watching right now. Why is the Awesome Squad meeting on Tuesday? I'll have to delete that. And I have to update the time. Yeah, see, again, many edits to be done. But anyway, so the online is meaning online things that we're doing. If we have a launch thing or a specialized stream planned, it'll be on here. Meet the Polymaker, of course, is on there. Feedback Hour Sean's on there. Awesome Squad. That, if you click on it, you're going to see open to Discord members that have reached level 15 in the server. We got to change that description to this description. Wait, no, where did everything go? Everything. Is this still pulling from? Okay. Anyway, I'll change it and update it there. But yeah, anything you'll notice once I do add Greg to Monday, we are only missing a Friday stream. What can that be? There is some ideas. There's some planned. A different member of the team to stream and do something. So maybe, but yeah, we're live bug finding as we check it out. This is available to go look at right now. There's nothing secretive about it. You can go check it out. Like I said, this is all there is to it right now. In-person events, The goal is going to be that any 3D printing event is going to be listed, and then you'll be able to determine which ones will we be at. Maybe there'll be a star next to the name saying that, hey, in some form, Polymaker will be there, whether it be Polymaker team, just a Polymaker booth that maybe is run by a community member. But then you can just go through, and like I said, that's going to be your Maker Fairs, 3D Printopia. We go to November, we got Form next. And then when is Orlando Maker Faire? I thought I had it on there. I need to add that. I think it's November. Yeah, so this will stay updated for the most part. If there's ever anything that you know about that would fit into one of these categories, let me know. Say, hey, Joel, idiot, there's more events than what you have on there. I don't see all of them. I tried to keep up on everything, but it is such a growing field. It's hard to keep track of. When the Polymaker CEO used to man the booth at events. Yes. Actually, another thing, kind of internal, maybe not exciting for you guys. So we had our get together for our NAB, or North American business team, for marketing, communications, etc. And there's one member there, other than of course Nico, and I think even Andy, that has been the longest hire for North American team, and that is Chelsea. You guys don't know her. She does other stuff. she works for us, and she celebrated 5 years strong with Polymaker, so it was really cool to do that. She got a nice little award presented to her, and she's awesome. She's a rock star. She deserves every award she gets, not just because she's hung around for 5 years. But anyway, they got me talking about Chelsea is talking with her even prior, because she's my northern neighbor, and talking about the CEO Xiaofan running the booths. She remembers not even that long ago. She's been here for 5 years. So within the last 5 years, the first rapid that they did in the US that Polymaker was present at was only her, one other individual that I don't think works for us anymore, and Xiaofan. There's 3 of them at a rapid event. Now imagine if anybody got a chance to see online or in person the rapid booth and all the crew that we had at a rapid booth. Goes to show you, in 5 years is insane, the growth. I mean, we went from 3 people running a booth, and I know rapid's grown, the whole industry has grown, but I don't even know what our final number was. We probably had 20 team members running the booth and doing different parts, and then of course the booth had so many interactions, and now it's divided into 3 families, everything else. But yeah, sorry, that just made me ran off, just because talking about remembering that Xiaofan being at the booth and just being one of the only ones running the booth. There wasn't a whole team. Nico was in China. There wasn't really a US team. So it's just, again, in 5 years, crazy. Is Slice Engineering having a Polymaker event like they had last November? So work in progress. We're planning some things, because that was for the print drive, and we don't plan on quitting anytime soon. So I actually just recently had a conversation with Loyal about this year's print drive, and things are ramping up already. We're in July, and we're having to start already planning things. I think there's some really awesome things to come with that. Will we ship off stuff to like Vision Miner and Slice Engineering to help distribute things? Possibly. I don't know. I can't speak for them. And Loyal really kind of handled that stuff. Kind of brought us all together to communicate and get it to happen. Maybe this year again. I don't know yet. I'm at Bay Area Maker Faire when the Poly Smooth Kickstart. Yeah, Little John, you've been around a little while. You are the original, the OG. So yeah, just a cool thing. But yeah, so anyway, so this is the event calendar. This is the first thing we've been wanting to do, an event calendar for a while. Finally getting it. Again, it's a very much work in progress. I've got to update a lot of things. Obviously, I need to change some things for the online stuff. But you can change everything. It's a typical calendar. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We just want you to be able to see what is happening, what's coming, and then plan ahead for things. Like I said, if you're wanting to try to meet up with the team, you'll know where they're going to be at. Or even if you just want to hey, I don't know what all things are around. Oh, there's one in, there's a Maker Faire in Louisville. Oh, I can go there. Some people don't know other things, so there will be other things. Talking about possibly a Maker Chip related thing that's added to it, but this is going to be about you guys, just fun things for you to be able to come into, maybe interact with, maybe be just a part of in some way or form. We'll talk more about that as we get closer. A lot of stuff has to go into this first before we get there, but that is that. And I'm going to show you a reference picture. So we were talking about Tracksman 25 earlier. He's printing a big, what do I say, a diorama? And when I say big, just so anybody's like, oh, okay, oh, so it's like a desk thing. It's, it's going to be a foot or two tall. Oh no, I don't know the dimensions for the base. But this thing is, when I say big, like I think 6 foot, 7 foot tall for the main piece. It's a taller figure, but let me show you the piece here. Maybe okay. Oh, here. So open link. Boom. So doesn't look like much. Like what is this? What can this be? You can zoom in, and for being huge parts, hey, you forgot to support. And again, so this model, by the way, first off, is very small. He's scaled it up immensely, does what he does, chops things up, puts pegs in, so this thing will assemble and disassemble, make it a little bit easier so you're not having to carry around a gigantic, I don't know, what is it going to be? Probably 300-pound model in the end, maybe bigger. Here, let me do this. Let's go open link. Then we got this one, and just more and more parts, and you guys are maybe trying to piece it together in your head, like what is this even gonna end up being? When we're getting there, I will show you the render, and it's going to be more than this. This is just the figure, I think, right? It's still, you still got the diorama setup parts. Either way, this, which he might have said because I was rambling, how tall? Okay, there we go, right there. 2.195 meters tall. Like, we know what the meters. 2.195. $7.2 tall. Yeah, that's gonna be big. So what is it? Everybody's probably like, just get on with it already. It is Krampus. It is this individual that is going to have all these details, everything. I mean, you've already seen the base parts is what you're seeing. I've seen the picture of the hand, everything else, but this is going to be big. 6 foot in barbarian units. So yes, over 6 foot tall. It's Little John, I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. But yeah, this is just part of it, right, Tracksman? This is just one of the figures. I think there's still a base to it. Now there's a huge diorama that this is part of. He's not doing the entire thing, because if that was the case, he might as well just tear down a garage and build it in its place. Yeah, just awesome stuff. And awesome. He's doing these. I don't know what all he's doing. He's got a handful of larger printers, but whatever he's got printing them, it's printing clean for being that big. Quite nicely. So very, very well done. Oh yeah. So the other props. There we go. Yeah. Because the base is like stone stairs up into a stone like floor lift and everything else. It's on the rat rig. It's too big for anything else. So he's doing on the rat rig. I think it's a 500, right? The V Core 500 something or other. Go back here. Yep. Okay. There we go. 500 millimeter rat rig. Yeah, that's gonna be an awesome print. So that's just and yet another thing that the community is doing that is crazy. Not everything has to be big to be awesome, but it is awesome to be big. Oh, and you got the IDEX. That's right. using PetG for most sports now. I don't think I've talked yet. It's been a while, Traxman. So yeah, so you, I mean, I assume that you were in the IDEX when they announced it, but yeah, IDEX on a 500 and way easier to remove supports. You're not destroying your hands and the model at the same time. Yeah, yes. Big prints rule. Yeah, they are awesome. Westry 1. You're doing some big prints, maybe not 7-foot tall prints, but you're doing some really awesome big prints also. Big prints in multicolor even. Which doesn't, you know, again, multicolor doesn't necessarily mean that it has, or awesome doesn't mean it has to be multicolor, but multicolor is awesome. Oh yeah, Traxman. That's what I love about doing the multi-material supports, is just squash it, do zero spacing, and then that number one, they still just pop right off, but it's so clean underneath. So I agree. One of them will be 4 to 5. Oh yeah, it's probably like long, right? Yeah, still a big. Westry just recently started back to streaming. If you guys haven't checked her out, very sweet lady that loves to print stuff. Hates Marvel. So if you hold that against her, you probably don't want to go follow her. But it's a joke. She loves Marvel. Barbarian units. I love this. Barbarian units. Oh, but what else do I have to talk about? Like I said, this is kind of my time to just rant and carry on with myself, and you guys, for some reason, listen. Waiting for that one bit of juicy information that I accidentally leak. Which, speaking of, let's get on that real quick. I have not leaked anything that I know of. Nothing that's been brought to my attention that's put me on the chopping block. But hey, how's it going, Off Axis? Hello. But it was last week, I think it was. I don't dream very much, or I don't remember my dreams very much if I do. But I had a dream that I did, and I can't tell you the whole dream because it was an actual like bit of information. I had a dream that 100% released some like big information, and then like I was scouring the internet trying to delete everything, messaging everybody that's like mentioned it, talked about like please just delete all your messages. I had a freak out dream where it was more of a nightmare, I guess, where I did leak stuff. So I don't know if that's like foresight to what might happen, but I'm gonna get my lips sealed. A Polymaker printer? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Was that mentioned somewhere? Overture just announced a multicolor print comp for anyone interested. See, that's what we need to start doing. That's I need to get a little bit more focused on Discord, of having some fun competitions. But I hate to do multicolor unless the model is made to print in pieces. Because whenever we do like a competition or a giveaway, we don't like to restrict it. And if you don't have not everybody's got an AMS or multicolor printer, so that then limits it. Well, a lot of people do, but then somebody that maybe is not in a good financial place and can only afford an Ender 3, now they can't compete. Polymaker leaked a new filament color. Just kidding. We do have colors coming. Some new colors by the end of this month, I believe. Again, the dates have changed, so I don't know. End of this month, if not by the beginning of next month. And real quick too, we will hint at something. I'm not going to give anything away. There's a really awesome project I'm currently working on, and if all goes well, mid-August, I'll do a live stream in this location and show off something really cool. And that's all you're going to get from me on that. Stay tuned. Possibly basically in the middle of August is the ideal plan right now. I'll announce more like date wise, but not information when I know, just so you guys can prep yourself. Best Buy hint was too obvious. Yes, we are Best Buy. We're not in Best Buy physically right now. We're just on their website, but as long as it does well, I think this is kind of more of a first step. I haven't handled that project at all, but I think it's first step. If it does well, earns their, seal of approval, we could be offered in store in Best Buys. I don't know that that's a thing right now, or I'd imagine that's the plan. Ideally, if we're going to have it on their website, we'd love to have it in store. So ideally, maybe it will happen. You guys keep showing support and buying them out. I think they sold out, so greatly appreciate that support. When's the next Polypalooza? We had a blast with Polypalooza. Learned some things, some efficiency things, some ways of going about it next time. But let's just say if it were to happen, it's probably going to happen around the same time that Polypalooza happened this year. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, that was very fun to do that. And the crazy stream and everything else, just the work that went into that in such a short time was astonishing, really. And all I had to do was stream. I can talk for 4 hours, no problem, and give away stuff. I aced that. It's the prep before and the work after. There were still some logistic things of trying to get people printers, everything else, and just it'll be nice to everything's finished. Polypalooza was a blast. I agree. Starlight Nebula is my current fit. Yes, Starlight. Starlight Nebula. I read that as Neptune because that's typically most people's favorite. But yes, the Nebula. I love the Nebula also. I think Neptune because it's more of a brighter color, where the other Starlights are kind of a dark, deeper color. Even Mars is kind of a deep color, darker color. But you guys have loved Starlight, so I mean, it only makes sense to maybe make some more Starlight. Could it be coming? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, but it's 8:12. I think we're gonna get ready to do the drawing. Maybe wrap it up because I've got some stuff to do. I've got some probably some messages to answer. Oh, cool. No, I'm sorry. I'm reading DMs and ignoring everybody else. Saw the ESD stuff the other day. Neat idea. So we've had PETG ESD. Now we have the PA6 ESD. Definitely one of those use case things. That's whenever you see the Fiberon releases, it's not as much pizzazz behind it because it's not. I mean, you can definitely print as a consumer. There's definitely many things you can print useful with those products. But it's like that. It's a real use case of what do you need that ESD material for? Is it electronics box? Is it something with RC cars? Is it something more industrial? But it's always so cool that the research that goes into these things, and then the testing that they do back and forth. The plus side is, of course, number one in my position, but also being friends with Pete as a product manager. We're pretty much open where we know everything anyway, but he'll get some test samples of different materials they're just kind of messing with in R&D. I've got a spool of something that he has just started printing with himself. That is kind of cool. I don't know if there's going to be any release of it. I think it was kind of a let's put this together and see what happens. But it's a little bit different than some of the stuff that we have. It's similar to one type, but it's a whole different. I won't say a whole different, but it's a variation of. Again, I know it's always so vague when I say things, but I can't spill too much information because this is not even a planned product right now. It was a mess around. Let's throw some stuff together. I think R&D was bored on the weekend, so let's create a filament. More Polymax PLA colors. Yes, Polymax is, especially in robotics, Polymax is the go-to PLA until they void it or ban it because it is so much superior to the ductileness of regular PLA, but it is PLA, so I mean it's not breaking any rules, and everybody can access it. CNC Kitchen has a video from a few years ago about making homemade co-extrusion via your printer. Yeah, there's you can, I think, dual filament you can search on Maker World, and you can print your own duals, and they work supposedly. I mean, you're very limited to how much you can put on your bed, but a very, very cool thing to do if you want to mix some different colors together. A neon rainbow gradient. We need a neon blue, and then the neon gradient. But that's if you're part of the awesome squad, which you get level 20 or level 15 in the Discord, and that could change. We might increase that up. So that's all based on your engagement in the server of how much you're talking. If you're flooding, it doesn't count anything. It negates it actually. But the more active you are, talking, hanging out in the voice chat, whatever it might be that you're comfortable doing, it will earn you levels. If you get to level 15, you have access to the open squad meeting on Wednesday nights, and that's where you'll find out a lot of like information before it's public. Sometimes far before it's public. Sometimes you're gonna name stuff, make suggestions for colors. A lot of our stuff has come from what are people saying they want. Okay, hey, we've heard this enough. Let's work on it. Possible to get more PC colors. That is going to be a question for Matt. So if you see him hanging around the Discord, throw him a message like, hey, more PC colors. There is a lot on the product map. A lot of stuff coming on all areas. So Fiberon, Panchroma, use case or application based, like the Polymaker stuff. You never know what's coming up next. Some Glow TPU and PETG. I know PETG hasn't got a whole lot of love lately. Maybe there's some stuff coming. Prize roll, and I just still waiting for my prize roll, and I just emailed realizes_1. So the bot is an automated message that shows it's from Nick. He'll forward that to me eventually when he gets to his emails. But if you're on Discord, message me on Discord. Let me know when you won, what you won. If you got your reference code. I have access to that, so I'll be the one to answer that question anyway. If you don't have Discord, you should get it. Come to discord.polymaker.com, or email me at joel.fin. Here, we'll do exclamation point contact. Oh, Pezza's beat me to it. Nice. That was close. That was so close. Yeah, email me or message me on Discord. Let me know. I'll look into that, because I think if you're international, most of those should be getting shipped out this week. Those are now being kept on pretty regularly. Let's see. I'm hoping for really anything besides white, black, or gray. Those seem to be, yeah, tech house. So a lot of times when a new line comes out, or new formula, a new material, it's typically black, white, gray, red, blue, sometimes green and yellow, as kind of the base colors. Those are the most used colors. So they typically will start it that way. Now, mind you, if there's a good forecast that's going to be a really good prediction that line of material is going to be popular, they're probably already working on extra colors. Or if they see, hey, this is getting very popular, then yes, obviously it's all about, how the community takes it, how well it sells, etc., of what gets thrown into another series of colors for the same line. Restock HT PLA HT. Sorry, we say HT PLA, so reading it backwards hurt. But for us resellers, there's coming. It should be any time now, really. I set up my poly dryer after trying to print some old Polytera last night. I have another dryer. Well, at least you got a poly dryer, right? I have to work on my Discord level. I'm such a slacker on the Discords. The old people, the Twitters and the Facebooks and the internets. But yeah, no, there's always stuff coming. I say that enough. I know it gets pretty repetitive, but it's not wrong. It's true. Makes sense. Been looking, love printing PC, and ideally would love a purple. Somebody asked, well, who else has been demanding a purple? I think HTPLA people have been demanding purple. So yeah, purple seems to be pretty popular. But real quick, because we're gonna wrap this up. If you're wanting to win some filament, you can type in "I am awesome" in the chat for Twitch only. It won't work on the YouTube side. So if you're on YouTube and you have a Twitch account, go over there, put it in real quick, and then you can hang back out of YouTube until we draw. Polymaker purple is Twitch purple. I can't say it's Twitch purple, just like our power tools. Those are certain colors, but they're power tool colors. What's Twitch? Little John, I have no idea. Crazy as it's been. Let's see. a year. Yeah, a year and 8 months, year and 7 months of me. I've always been a tech guy. I've always been online, always doing stuff. MRIC, if MIRC, Merc. If anybody remembers that, that was like my segue into getting online and doing stuff. But anyway, getting to the point is, never did was not really socials. Facebook I do for Marketplace, but pretty much until I started for Polymaker is when, oh hey, let's start doing lives. Let's I did a couple lives before that, just messing around, but now I stream twice a week most of the time, every single week. But I love it. It gives me something to ramble on about. Check out FD. Yeah, FD's good, retro-ish. We did have somebody reach out a while ago. I was interested. It's a bit to do new colors and everything else, especially custom colors. You can definitely order custom colors through Polymaker for a price, and you have like a minimum. I think it's a minimum of 500 kilograms. But somebody was asking about doing like I want to say the yellow white color, like the old computer towers, and like the color that your Nintendo and Super Nintendo get when it sits in a box for too long. I don't even know how they do, if they do color sample coil. I mean, I imagine they're not, putting out 500 kilograms before you approve the proof. I don't know. That'd be a question for support@polymaker.com if you're really looking into it. But again, it's a big investment. I think it's not going to be a low price cost per kilogram because it's a custom one-off. You got to shut down a line just to print that there for. So price wise, I have no clue. I have no idea. Maybe it is cheaper, but you're gonna have to buy 500 kilograms, so you might as well plan on a chunk of change. That is just a weekend of printing. For some it is, actually. How's it going, Steve Builds? There's a crazy individual right there. Steve, I'm gonna see you at Open Sauce, I think, right? In a few days. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I'll move over to the giveaway, I think. Awesome. To make sure that you buy me that steak dinner you owe me. I don't know why you owe me. What is... Blacken that out? That's weird. Huh. Anyway. Do you know where the Voron booth will be yet? No, I haven't seen a map yet. I have to look on there. I'm still trying to populate a whole list of who all's going to be there so I can, go say hello. Sadly, I will have to be sad. You know what? You'll be there in spirit, Harold. Steve Builds, what? That's news to me. Me too. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so get real quick, type in I am awesome in chat if you have not yet. YouTube world, you'll have to do it over on Twitch because it's not picking up the YouTube one entries. So enter it in Twitch, and I'll give you another minute here to do that. And here, one last question while it's probably going to flood with I am awesomes. I want some feedback from you guys. That's kind of the whole idea of this. Is I always feel weird when it just is me rambling on for a Tuesday. On this Tuesday stream, would you prefer it to like be this way? We kind of talk random stuff. Maybe somebody brings up something, we talk about that. Or would you prefer to see this stream itself more structured? Obviously, we have Meet the Polymaker, which is going to always be structured. It's a show. It's made to be that. It's a show. This is more to be interactive with the community, talking to you guys, maybe sharing secrets when I can, etc. So, as it is currently, or more structure. And by more structure, I don't mean like me looking at the screen, ignoring chat. No matter what, this will stay community related. But a lot of times it's not something, sometimes we'll talk about events. Sometimes we'll talk about current news. Sometimes we'll talk about whatever. But what do you guys prefer to watch? What is more fun to watch? I'm so far liking the answers I see because it makes a lot less prep for me on this. Random, like to shoot from the hip. Cool. Awesome. This is why you guys are awesome. aside from the sarcasm that you feed me because I feed it right back, you guys are really helpful, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Kenny Sims 86, want to see some dancing girls. I don't have any. Actually, if I asked my daughter Ari to come down here and dance, she probably would in a heartbeat. She is all show. She's been doing dance for 8 years. Yeah, started when she was 2. So dance, competition, cheer, all the sports. Oh. Juba Robotics, that's good, because I think my sarcasm has reached a point and a level to where even if I wanted to tune it down, I can't. It's like locked in now. It's a habit. It's a behavior. But it's fun. I like that. I like to have fun, and really, like I said, this being in the position I am is amazing to me, and it's amazing. I'm gonna have fun with it, and it's part of it. But let me see here. What we got do. Okay, but get those in there if you have not. Again, Twitch side looks like everybody's Twitch. Okay, cool. And we're gonna do that here in a second. I'm gonna YouTube. I will not see your messages. I'm gonna switch back over to Twitch because I have to add there. Oop, oh wow, it has the whole commands now. Streamlabs has gotten a little bit bougie, and yet it still doesn't work fully. Okay, we're gonna do the drawing, and then real quick before I give myself a countdown of having to rate out, is don't forget to tune in tomorrow, I think 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where Tiffany will be going live with her stream that she does weekly. Just really, hers kind of laid back also. There's not a super structure to it, but it's more, you know, her journey into 3D printing, because she's not a 3D printer. I mean, well, she wasn't. She has now been, she works with us, but she's still learning things. She's learned stuff from you guys, and maybe you've learned stuff where she's worked through things, but a fun one. She's always got a fun energy, great streamer. Mondays, I think at also 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Greg that goes, or Gregory that goes live, and his is kind of the same, his journey to 3D printing, but also like, what is he up to? Like, what is he doing? He's our content creator. What is he doing, you know, behind the scenes, and how does he put things together? Kind of just a how it's made, we'll say. And then other than that, of course, we have our Tuesday stream at 7 p.m. Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sean goes live with Feedback Hour, and that is live on Twitch, not on YouTube, just on Twitch. But he's live. He's live there to take 100% of your feedback. Not so much on the product side of things, but the feedback on the customer experience side of things. So whether it be the website or the wiki, or you have some ideas for this and that, or something about support, you can get a lot of cool information. He will answer your questions as he can. You're not going to get him to leak some information, but again, if you want your feedback to be heard, and most likely, if it makes sense, implemented rather quickly sometimes during the stream we've seen, go check him out at 5 p.m. Eastern on the same right here, same channel. All this stuff is happening here on Twitch and YouTube, except the Feedback Hour is only Twitch for Sean reasons we won't go into. And then followed up the Feedback Hour at 7 p.m. then is Meet the Polymaker, where we meet a new maker every single week, interview them, just kind of have fun, just a general conversation, find out some cool stuff, some funny things sometimes. But then maybe a Friday stream eventually, and you never know when we might throw some random stuff like our game night at Nico's on Saturday. I plan on trying to hit more of the events as things get more structured and I get more focused on how I should be doing things. We'll do more streams there. Tomorrow is ASA. Just wait, what? Oh, sorry, Pez. I was just going by the Polymaker streams. I mean, that is Polymaker, I guess, but the projects. Yeah, Pezlas will be talking about ASA on Imprinting Color, sponsored by Polymaker, on twitch.tv/Pezlas, on her show. At what time? I never get this right. I don't. Do you still change it, or do you just do it solid time? I shouldn't have to ask you this question. I should know this, but alas, here we are. Yes, ASA. That was the first like high temp material that I printed with, and I was so scared printing with it the first time. Like, I'm gonna destroy my bed. I want to mess up this. I'm gonna do this. And yeah, simple to print with. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard is now set in time. Okay, so now I can remember that. Set in time. But we're going to raid out here right after this giveaway to Moko Made, and they are right now working on some Legos. But more importantly, why that is cool, they are extending out, they're doing a charity for St. Jude's. So Pezliz, Zombie, a handful of creators have done streams where they've been raising for charity. So go show your support. Even if you don't have money to give us charity, you being there, showing support, saying hello in the chat, saying, hey, we love what you guys are doing, whatever it might be, is help regardless. That is support that goes further than you realize, of even just a simple message or a join or a follow. Not telling you have to, but definitely show more love. Say, hey, from Polymaker when you go over there. But we're drawing. I'm not even counting down because I got a timer that's setting down before it's going to make us auto raid. Waiting. And congratulations, Timor714. Exclamation point contact in the chat. That is going to be the email. You can email me saying you want on the Tuesday stream on 7/15/2025, or join our Discord, discord.polymaker.com. It's a great Discord, and you can message me there, DM me, and let me know you won if you don't want to email. So congratulations. That is it for my rambling. I'm getting forced to raid out, so you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you here maybe tomorrow, or I'll see you here maybe on Thursday on that 7 p.m. So guys, have a good night, and I will see you later.